Greetings, everyone. This is Q, man. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new to the channel, I moved to the Dominican Republic August 12th of 2020. It was during the height of the pandemic. My original plan was to go to Vietnam, but Vietnam, like most countries, shut down their borders. So I had to get out of the United States. So I had to go somewhere, and the Dominican Republic was the only place that was still letting people in. So that's how I ended up here, guys. I've been sharing my story with you guys. What's up, Jamal? I see you, man. Long time no see. So, guys, I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook of expats, foreigners who live here, travel here, and they talk about, is the Dominican Republic getting expensive? And they talk about how it is expensive. And guys, I'm going to give you my opinion on that. I'm going to tell you what I spend, what I started out spending, how much I spent for a whole year, how I lived. And you decide for yourself, guys. But I'm going to tell you, before I even go into it, think about this, guys. Over 50% of the country lives in poverty. How is everything going to be getting so far out of hand and expensive if over 50% of the people live in poverty? How is things going to keep going up and getting out of hand for people who live in poverty in a country where people, guys, I just don't see it. So guys, let me tell you about my situation. When I first moved here, guys, I don't know why I was doing this. As much money as I make, I don't have, guys, I was living off the bare minimum, guys. I mean, I like American whiskey, guys, but I was drinking Dominican rum, Presidente. Bruh, I'm telling you right now, for over a year, I lived off 1,600 to 2,000 US dollars easy. And I wasn't missing out on nothing. I lived off $1,600 to $2,000 easily every month. Good life. And the only reason, guys, I spent that much, it's not expensive to live here. The only reason it is as expensive as it is, it's going to be based on your choices and mainly where you live. Guys, even though I like American whiskey and I was drinking rum, even though I like certain products, washing detergent, liquid detergent, soap, I was using Dominican products. Most of them I still am. But one thing I wasn't willing to budge on, that's where I live, where I lay my head down at night. It got to be safe, secure, clean, free of roaches, bugs, and rats. So in order for me to have that, guys, I'm gonna tell you, I pay $700 a month in rent. That's expensive for a lot of people. This apartment in Miami, guys, or any major metropolitan city with a beach would cost $2,000 or more. But guys, my rent is $700 a month, and that's why I can live off 1,600 to 2,000 bucks a month because everything else is so cheap. My rent is my most expensive thing. I don't have an internet bill because I use my landlord's internet. I don't have a electric bill because that's provided by my landlord. Only thing I have to do is put gas in a tank so I can cook. So, guys, it's very inexpensive to live here. Guys, it's very, 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 very inexpensive to live here. I don't care what nobody say, man. When you go to the grocery store, the food here is cheaper than, guys, I'm a culinarian. I cook every day. I went to culinary school. I was cooking every day in the US, and I know what I was spending on food. Guys, here I can spend about 60 to 80 bucks a week to include getting stuff like dishwashing liquid, laundry detergent. I spend about 60 to 80 bucks a week at the grocery store taking care of that stuff. So, guys, everything is cheaper here. It's not expensive. Guys, it is not expensive. And I listen to what many of these expats are saying about what's expensive. Lots of Americans and people from other places, they come here, guys. They didn't have no live-in daycare, no live-in maid. They didn't have no one cooking for them. But all of a sudden they move here and people are poor and they could, even though you're employing someone, you're taking advantage of the situation because you couldn't afford to have that. Whatever country you came from, you had to watch your own kids, you had to cook, and you had to clean for your doggone self. But now you come here, and even though you claim it's expensive, you getting these low wage employees to do everything that you used to have to do for yourself. So, guys, I would like to hear your opinion on whether or not it's expensive. And I'm gonna tell you what's expensive. Life here for foreigners can be expensive for the simple reasons I said. One thing I won't budge on is my housing, where I live. It has to be safe, secure, clean, free of cockroaches and rats. So guess what? You go pay for that. Something else. Americans especially, man. When I moved into my apartment, man, there was a 35-inch TV provided in my furnished apartment. I never turned that TV on because I ain't used to looking at no laptop screen to watch TV. The day after I moved in this apartment, I went and bought a 65-inch TV because that's what we're used to. So the reason why it's expensive for Americans here or the foreigners, you come here and you're not willing to adjust and do anything different to lower your costs. You want to come here and have the same exact lifestyle you had in the United States. Big house, big car. Listen, man, I know single cats that live in 3, 4 bedroom house, condo, apartments, 3 bedroom, 3 bath pool, and it's just them. And they can't afford to do it. So when people say it's expensive, that's why it's expensive. You live in the same way that you did in the United States. And if you bring it down a little bit, guess what? So, guys, in my apartment, and like most apartments here, if you go to a Airbnb, if you go to a 1 bedroom Airbnb, it may have one air conditioning unit in it, and it's going to be in the bedroom. If you go to a 2 bedroom Airbnb, they may have a minimum one, but if they have two air conditioners, they're going to one each be in the bedroom. In America, you've got central heating air in your crib, so you're not used to that. So, guys, when you get here and you see that, you're mad because so what do? This is where it gets expensive. Where I live, I have a 2 bedroom apartment. There was an air conditioning unit in my front room. There was an air conditioning unit in my master bedroom. In my spare bedroom, just in case I have a guest, I didn't have one. But I said, look, man, I need one for my additional bedroom. And he said, okay, if you pay for it, I'll install it. And I said, yeah. So that's why things are expensive in the DR. How things come in the DR, if you accept it how it is, it's not that expensive. I tell you what, I can live somewhere relatively safe and secure. I may see a cockroach every now and then, but guys, I can live somewhere for 300 bucks. I don't have to pay $700 a month. I don't have to pay $1,300 a month. I don't have to pay $2,500 a month to live here. People who live in those type of places, they choose those type of places. Therefore, you can't say it's expensive. You chose that. You one guy and you staying in a 3-4 bedroom villa or a 3 bedroom apartment, 3 bathrooms, and you want to complain about it being expensive. So guys, it's not expensive, okay? Now, guys, I no longer live off 1,600 to 3,000 pesos, US dollars a month because I decided, man, unlike a young man who is working to retire and should be saving and investing his money for retirement, I'm not that young guy. I'm not planning. I'm retired, man. I need to spend every damn dime I make. Am I gonna do that? No, but guys, I just one day woke up and said, I'm not living off $1,600 a month, $2,000 a month. So, guys, what I do, I don't care if it's on the 1st or the 15th. Whenever I run out of money, I go to the financial institution of my choice, and I get $3 grand, and I just spend off of it until it's gone. It generally lasts me a whole month. Sometimes I have some left to pay my rent again. Sometimes I don't have any left. Sometimes I'm going back to get some more money on day 28. And I try to spend all 3,000. And I have no problems with spending all that. And if something happens to where I need to go on Amazon, or if I need to go to Santo Domingo and buy something outside, I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna be happy about it. So guys, if I spend $7,000 in 1 month in the Dominican Republic, I did that by choice. Nothing required me that I needed to live cost me $7,000 a month. When I spend $7,000 in a month, and I have, it was on purpose. I tried to do it. There is nothing that expensive here that I need